What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Legion. This is episode 20 of the Battle for Argus series, and once again, my name's Elude Stalwart, and today we're going to be playing Conquer, our level 110 Shadow Priest. I just leveled him yesterday. He looks like a priest. He looks like one of those priests at the Christian house of prayer up at the altar, saying, "Can I get an amen?" Pink Rose says, "Hi, Elude. How's you doing today?" What's going on, Pink Rose? How are you doing this morning? Or evening for you where you're at? How's Legion treating you? You still running on your, what was it, your warrior you were talking about last? Have you got into anything interesting lately? Or obtained any special mounts or artifact skins or anything like that? I kind of binged the priest yesterday, and after I shut the stream down, I got the son fed for breakfast, made some pancakes with some syrup and stuff like that, and hopped on the Shadow Priest, and I was like, I'll see how quickly I can try to grind these levels out. He was 106, and I just hit that slipstream where I was running through High Mountain, I think it was, and then I realized I had left off at Val Shara right before the dungeon, so I started just random queuing for dungeons and finished off Val Shara, finished off High Mountain, got right back into the groove of it. I changed his title to The Seeker, so now it looks like Conquer the Seeker. So if you remember Harry Potter, in Quidditch, Harry Potter was the Seeker. I thought that was pretty funny that I could make it look like it's like you're trying to conquer Harry Potter. Conquer the Seeker. This is a PvP server, so I imagine that my Shadow Priest could probably take out a mage. But we're working on our Order Hall mission for our, what was it, our Priest's class hall campaign. We did the 4, like, you know, every class has their four that they have to do, or 5 actually, and those take like an hour a piece usually. Well, Conquer had one that took a couple hours, and actually I think I even finished that before I logged off. I just went to sleep because it was late. But the priest still has a few more things he has to... Okay, yeah, I gotta go to New Hearthglen in Dragonblight, so I gotta hit up the old... How would I get there? I don't even know. Venom Spite, Howling Fjordi. Oh, I could hit the Wormrest Temple from underneath Dalaran and then head out that way. Okay, cool. Let me get my follower, my combat ally. I've been running with Soul, the I guess he's a holy priest. I might want to run with Zabra Hex and level him up. He's at least a damage dealer. Soul's pretty cool. He was pretty good to run with, but I think he was healing me. He didn't do a whole lot of damage, but I got him up to blue quality, so he can actually wear some equipment now. I want to try to get Zabra Hex leveled up too, so I'll run with Zabra Hex. Every quest I complete with them gives them a certain amount of XP. Here's some armaments. Let's place a work order. I just unlocked this. Alright, so I've completed the quest to do my armaments. And it should just be like a few seconds, I think, before this one appears. Or no, I guess I gotta wait the full duration. And then I've been trying to recruit followers. Shadow Priest has been pretty fun though. Like, I've been trying to do discipline, but I realized kind of later on that I didn't have anything in my weapon for what's it called? Light's Wrath. I actually was able to put one artifact from a quest that I didn't need after I outfitted this one, my Shadow Priest's weapon. So I leveled it up a little, but I didn't realize I didn't have any points in it and no relics in it. So I was hitting like a wet noodle as discipline. So I might revisit that after I get some more relics and after I dump some artifact power into it. Because I'd really rather be disciplined, because I don't really have any dedicated healer And what better class to have as a dedicated healer than the priest, you know? Pink Rose is saying, my warrior is still 103 at the moment. I might level up the rogues. My rogue's 600 engineering when he was level 90. Oh, wow. Yeah, and actually leveling up those professions is way easier now too, Pink Rose. Because you don't really need to be any specific level to start crafting Legion relevant stuff. And the earlier the better too, because if you're like a leather worker, for example, you could start making gear for yourself right off the bat at level 100 and level with gear that you're crafting yourself. And then even after you do get it up higher, you can start upgrading that craftable gear up to legendary. It costs like certain, I don't really know because I haven't done it on anybody. I've kind of like followed the progression of quests to get gear and then like leveled my gear up through world quests, but they do have legendary craftable stuff, and you'll see them on the auction house too. Like people will sell legendaries, but it's just a matter of getting the mats. I think Legionfall, that deliverance point place where you buy the repurposed Fel Focuser, they have like some kind of legendary mat thing there you can buy. Alright, Dalaran loading screen. I need to take a quick bio. I'll be right back. Give me a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to get some coffee. Alright, so we're heading to Wormrest Temple, and then that'll take us to Dragonblight, because Wormrest Temple is in Dragonblight, and then we'll head southeast to New Hearthglen from there. Yeah, Rogue's fun, Pink Rose. I think you'd like it. You would really like the Rogue. I went Subtlety, which was surprising for me because I hadn't tried Subtlety at all this expansion. Like, I started out Outlaw on Lucidil, my Alliance Rogue, and then on Hemorrhage I went Assassination because his name's Hemorrhage, and Assassination's the one spec you actually get the move Hemorrhage. And I thought that was pretty cool that I had the name that was the same as the move. I think that was intentional, I don't know. But I wanted to RP him, at least the Goblin Rogue, and Assassination had a poison variant and a bleed variant, and Hemorrhage was part of the bleed variant in your spec. So I went bleeds on Hemorrhage, and he was really good burst damage, but whenever I started raiding with him, he didn't have as much sustain, so he wasn't able to keep the numbers up throughout a long fight on raid bosses. So I ended up going just poisons on Hemorrhage, but I mean, even still, that works with the Assassination as well, the poisons. Pink Rose says, I'm gonna try Outlaw. Nice. Yeah, swashbuckling. That's the shit. Yeah, Outlaw's really fun. I like their little grappling hook they get, because like if you were falling from a really high place, like right here, if I were to get dismounted on the Rogue, you could grapple onto anything before you hit the ground and mitigate that fall damage. So, and it's got all kinds of useful applications. Right here. Yeah, okay, so looks like we're gonna have to fight some stuff. Let's take the Executioner out first. Alright, we're in shadow form. This is when we're not. Now we're in shadow. Let's pop our coolies and go ham. Let's grab this guy since he wants to come walking up in the middle of our encounter. Look at that. See, Conquer don't play. My lady, are you okay? She said yes. She says, why are you here? Why bother saving me? I was prepared to die. I should pay for the terrible things that I've done. What? The light shines upon me, Conquer. For the first time in my life, I feel it. She's wearing the, it looks like a mixture of the Fire Mage outfit, and that's the helm from Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. I was without hope, ready to die for things I had done in the name of the Scarlet Crusade, but then you appeared. You're my chance at redemption. Please, let me prove to you that I'm worthy of a second chance. Let me slay those that I used to be loyal to. Alex K said, for the Horde! Yeah, man. I agree, for the Horde. That's the majority of my tunes is Horde. Culturas is my Horde server. I got all the classes. Pretty much all Horde classes too. I'm trying to think, do I have a class that's just Alliance? The Priest is even Horde. Yeah, I've got one of every tune on the Horde side, and then I started making duplicates or copies on the Alliance side. So like my Rogue, for example, I rolled him Alliance mainly because he's on this server actually. He's on the PvP server, so I figured for the RP he's like he's actually Horde, but he infiltrated the Alliance and leveled up on the Alliance. And really just to give intel, he's like a double agent. And that fits, kind of like with the Rogue. Because they're like subtle and subversive and stuff. Health pots or nothing? Yeah, I don't use anything, man. No health pots at all here. You really don't need them. Once you start getting a decent amount of gear on, you can keep yourself up. Most of the classes I play are healing type classes as well. Well, most of the classes that you can play are self-healing in some way, one way or another. Alright, so I guess we're just killing things. I'm trying to see if there's any specific objectives I gotta go for. It says the Inquisitor. Oh, she is a fire mage. Okay. Atone? Why is she talking about atoning and stuff? Or maybe that was power infusion she had on herself? I thought she had like a hot streak proc. Mind bomb. I love that. You can spec into changing your psychic scream to mind bomb. So every 30 seconds you get like an AoE stun. Alright, I'm looking for the Inquisitor. Has anybody seen the Inquisitor? Inquisitor Ward. Lay him down. Alright. Yeah, Shadow Priest has gotten a lot stronger. When I first started trying to play this, when I was first leveling it, I was just getting wrecked. Like everything I would pull would just like knock me out. But now I can pull multiple at a time and still survive. It's kind of nice. Gotta open cages? You show me more mercy than I deserve. Oh. So I guess we're saving people? I don't know if I need to do that. Okay, so Scarlet Apostate's record. Okay, this is the Apostate Liberation quest. I see. Okay. So look for cages. Yeah, since I started putting points into the artifact weapon, all this cool shit started happening when I started doing my rotation. Like these void tendrils come out. Savage Man. Conquer the Seeker. It's still weird for me to be a caster. I still very much favor being melee. I like getting up in the stuff. So, Life hit me up yesterday. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me pull this open. He said that he hopped off of Project Ascension for a bit and came back to Legion. I thought that was funny. He was like, well, I'm back to Legion. Laughed my ass off. I was like, oh shit. They were merging the hardcore and the softcore servers together. So, what was it? Sargeras was merging with Andorhal? Is that right? I forget even what the server names were. Yeah, Andorhal and Sargeras were merging. He says, back on Retail WoW, there's a lot of big changes on Ascension, such as Sargeras and Enderhall merging. So there's no point in grinding there when that server is going to be removed. He said a potential hardcore server is going to be created, and their plan, I guess that's their plan. He says, so in the meanwhile, he's going to be playing Retail with some IRL friends. He said he'll probably see me in game. Sounds good, man. Hit me up on BattleNet. so we can run something sometime. What's my battle net? Is she attacking me? You're my friend. Why are you attacking me? Oh, she's healing me. Someone else is attacking me. Ah, I see. What the hell was that about? James from Bleeding Hollow. Somebody else was attacking me, like a player was attacking me, and she started healing the shit out of me. James from Bleeding Hollow started wailing on me for a minute there. He wasn't doing shit either. Alright, my battle net. Psycho Crusher number 1567. Psycho Crusher 1567. There's my battle tag. What happened to my recount? My recount reset for some reason. Recount. I mean, this would be details. It's called details. What the deuce? Is it because it's on S Priest? Why is it changed like this? How much of this do I have to actually change? Look, he's running by. What the hell? It's a hacker. Alright. Let's change this back to the way we had it. I don't know why it changed to begin with. Shadow Priest. Okay, so now it's a Shadow Priest. Bars advanced. Shouldn't be an acid burn thing. I think I had like some kind of a void animation, I want to say. Or maybe it was a shadow animation. Shadow. Shadow precast, shadow low, shadow rune, shadow snare, shadow strikes. One of these. Shadow mend, nova, impact. There it is. That's the one I was using. Okay. I think that sets it right the way it should be. Yeah, there it goes. Now, all I'm after now is these caged folks. I got one more that I got a free. Okay. Sweet. She's ready to, well, she just disappeared. She was really ready to leave. What else do I have to do? Okay, go back to the temple. Alright, so we'll teleport. Use our Dalaran Hearthstone. Let's go find out what she has for us. She's gonna be our Legionfall champion, it appears. Most of these quests will send us off into like Suramar and stuff, or even the Broken Isle, so we'll see what the next stage is, or what the next step might be. Okie doke. There she is. Is this the enemy we should welcome as an ally? Mariella Ward. Oh, look at this staff. That looks cool. That's a disc staff. Cool. Oh, we'll get the bracers from her too. Uh-oh. Fellblaze Ingress, huh? So this chick's a disc priest. This is Delis Moonfang, who's warning us about an invasion. What do we have to do? Head to Duskwood and meet with a member of the Cult of Forgotten Shadows. Duskwood? How the hell would he... Probably Karazhan? If we run up from Karazhan, we can make it there. Do we get artifact power or anything from that? Nope. Oh, our pawn reset too. What happened? Why is our add-ons doing this? Delete. It's as if I wasn't even on this server. Alright, let's reset up our pawn here. I've been getting my values from Ask Mr. Robot. Ask Mr. Robot. And all I have to do is just import it over here into this field here. And then it populates my character. And this is Conquer, our Shadow Priest. I've made his spec for Mythic pluses, multi-target Mythic pluses. So after I save that strategy, I go to export to add-on. And based on my gear, it recommends like specific stat weights. So I'll take that and copy that over to my character and to pawn. So now I can create pawn values based on those stats that'll weight specific stats on gear, and that'll be what I focus on. So me normalize values so I don't get like the hundreds of thousands values. I only get like hundreds. So compared to the bracers I'm wearing, these are 266.2 weighted for shadow, and the ones I'm wearing are 865s and they're weighted at 286. So the ones I'm wearing are better. And now that's set up for later. Let's go to Karazhan and down to Duskwood so we can finish off this Priest Order Hall campaign, all working towards the mount. And then I also need to keep an eye out for Legionfall invasions, because as soon as there's an invasion up, I need to go run that for breaching the tomb. If you're working on your mount, the achievement you need to focus on getting is breaching the tomb. And right now I can track that. I still need to do Defending the Broken Isles, Champions of Legionfall, which is what I'm working towards right now, and then all the rest are pretty much... Oh, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I wanted to try something out that I almost had a chance to try it on Naga, but I didn't realize I could do it until it was too late. So one of these quests here, I think it's Self-fulfilling prophecy, taking out their head champion, strike them down. Defending the Broken Isles, which of these is it? Self-fulfilling prophecies. One of these will send you off on a mission. You have to go send your followers on a mission that is, what is it, Tuma Sargeras? It's got to be a Tuma Sargeras follower mission. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, I don't have access to any anyway, so never mind. Your followers have to do a mission that takes about 8 hours at some point in this achievement, the breaching the tomb. And normally, when you get to that point, you got to run back, send your follower off, and then wait 8 hours. What I was trying to see there was if I could preempt that and send my followers off first. So when I get to that point, all I got to do is accept the reward from it to get credit. But it doesn't appear as though I have access to that yet. So I guess after doing all my Priest Order Hall campaign, I actually unlock those that I can actually run. There's no way to mitigate the time. You're just going to have to wait, I guess. Alright, so Karazhan, and we're going to do Forgotten Shadows. Here's Karazhan. This is the closest place I could think of to Duskwood. Wyvernfall Gaming, what's up, man? He says, what's your thoughts on Silver Moon City and WoW? Pretty cool, man. It's where the Blood Elves start out, and as a paladin, whenever BC hit and I first started a paladin, I leveled in Silver Moon area, Oh shit. This guy's just camping, waiting for people to savage up. I haven't even loaded into the world yet, and he took me out. Yeah, Silver Moon though is beautiful. I like the whole RP around like mana vampires and stuff like that, and how like they differ from the Nidos with the Sunwell as opposed to the Moonwell and stuff. Man, there's like a whole raid here. Run! Don't get killed. Don't kilt me like a Scotsman. Alright, there we go. GG guys. I'm pretty sure I wasn't worth any honor or anything whenever I spawned. Normally you get that little 1 minute buff where you're an honorless target. I always wonder if people just sit there and in those certain little bottlenecks and areas, like Wormrest Temple's another one where I've seen 110s just kind of camp, and as soon as a lobby spawns in, they just one-shot the lobby. Like, run back from the graveyard, bitch. Just because you're on the wrong faction. They're just trying to get you hyped for Battle for Azeroth when the conflict comes back. I need to fly over these trees because I can't see anything beneath them. But yeah, be plenty hyped for Battle for Azeroth. Currently Conquer's on a PvP server, so him and Lucidil and Illudari, my demon hunter, is also on this server. So I got 3 tunes on a PvP server. It was pretty fun leveling the rogue on the PvP server. It was a lot less fun leveling the priest on the PvP server though. The only reason why I think I was able to get Conquer to 110 as quickly as I did was because we're in kind of a lull spot for the expansion and the patches and stuff like that. So a lot of the player base that is playing is doing like all that catch-up stuff with their alts. There isn't as much high-level people trying to kill you. Alonzo sent you, didn't he? He's never shown much interest in us before. Of course, we've never been ones to follow the light, at least not the way most would want us to. We embrace the shadows. Cool. Well, let's go do the stuff you want us to do, man. Natalie's journal. Okay. What is threat reduction? Okay. And prisoners no more? We can get these off of our tracker. A message from the shadows. What is this about? Searching for clues. Okay, this is the artifact weapon quest. At some point I need to do the new skins for the artifact weapons. Riverfall says, do you think Blood Elves could take on the orcs if the horde got divided? Yeah, I think so. The Blood Elves probably don't have the numbers the orcs did or do. Like, it seems to me like the Blood Elves almost hit like extinction there for a little bit with their city getting torn up. Because when you're leveling in Silver Moon, you'll notice there's like a huge crater, like some kind of a something decimated their city and divided it. It like got blasted by something. I think it was the Sunwell exploded or something like that. I don't really remember the lore, but yeah, it seemed like the Blood Elves were fighting for survival for a bit there, and then the horde, like just by the very definition, like they vastly outnumber all of the factions. So unless the Blood Elves were more adept at magic than the horde were in numbers, I think it would be an interesting fight. But my money's probably on the horde because they're united even with the trolls and the Tauren, and there's many different ways that they could take them out. The Blood Elves have some of the best troops. Oh yeah, man. Like my paladin, he's a blood knight. So he's got like knight tabard, and he's like a protector of the light, but in a way that's like not very paladin like. They're like the reverse paladins. Like a priest has a shadow priest. That's kind of like what the paladins are. Like I always imagine the Tauren, they see the light as like a deity, like a sun god type thing, and they're like kind of a druidic background makes them like spiritually inclined to protect the light or serve the light. Whereas like humans are more like about the divinity aspect, and I imagine dwarves are too. But the blood elves, it's kind of something a little bit more twisted than that. Like blood elves, they protect the light because it's what they're addicted to, and the paladins there are more like a kind of like a Judge Dredd version of a paladin. All right, what does he want us to do? Read Natalie's journal at the altar of shadow. I imagine that's down here. Repurposed says, I think the Blood Elves have mana bombs and city leveling mages. Yeah, when the Blood Elves first started, they had mana tap and arcane torrent were their racials. So they would actually like siphon mana from people, and you could tap them 3 times. They were instant casts. And once you got 3 stacks of mana tap, like after you've fed off of your enemy's magic 3 times in a row, you're able to use your arcane torrent, which like exploded your mana like around you and silenced all the enemies that were casting around you. And the only move that stuck around with their racial was the arcane torrent, because mana tap was too OP. It was either too OP or wasn't useful enough to keep. I don't know which of the two. I remember thinking it used to suck because I used to have to tap 3 times before I could actually get my silence off, but once you realized what it was doing, you could just preemptively tap and keep your 3 taps up, so whenever you torrented, you could get that silence on demand. And not only that, but it would return mana to you for the amount of mana that you tapped, so it'd be like a little mana bank for you. You could actually store charges of your mana tap, and then when you got low on mana, you could arcane torrent and get a portion back, like 10% of your mana back. Mana bombs are what hit Theramore. Oh, okay. Theramore being Minithil Harbor. Did that happen in Cataclysm, or was that like just historically like what destroyed Theramore? Yeah, mana bombs probably ain't no joke. It sounds awful. I got a mind bomb I can throw. Boom! Watch what happens. He gets all dizzy. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of Conquer. He came a long way. Like I couldn't even do any Legionfall evasions or anything like that on him without dying like 4 or 5 times because he's so squishy. Wyvernfall says Mr. Pandari Garrosh fired it from a blimp. Oh, okay. Jerry Sinancy, or Sinsnay, says, hi bro, don't talk about lore, you don't know shit about it. I don't. I'm still interested, I'm still curious about lore. Like I love, that's really what I'm fishing for, is more lore like knowledge, because other people know a lot more than I do. But I still enjoy it, like I still enjoy fleshing out the background. Like my cousin, he'll tell me something about like lore that has been common knowledge and known for a long time, and I'm like, oh, I never knew it was that way. And he's like, it's literally always been that way, and that's why these things. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, so that's why we have to go to this zone to do this quest or whatever. Like it'll like click it into place for me. I'm always just like, oh, I got the quest, just follow the straight line to the bad guy and kill the bad guy. But all the story around it just makes it that much more interesting to me. But I only get stuff that's along the way. I never really go out of my way for things like that. Like it's rare you'll see me going out of my way like these mount quests and stuff. The only reason why I'm able to go out of my way to do these is because I'm knocking out multiple objectives at the same time. Like I'm leveling a class, I'm getting the Fel Purpose Refocuser, I'm getting all of the gear and stuff from doing that, and then the mount, and then the storyline, like it all, since it all works hand in hand, that's why I go out of my way to do it. Wait, Into the Void, what does she want me to do? I gotta get out of the catacombs now. Okay. Is there a back door maybe? Can I get out this way? Oh, cool. I think I can. Yeah, I really didn't want to run all the way back through that way. Sweet. So maybe you could help him, Jerry, if you know more about the lore. You know enough to know that I don't know anything. So what's the deal with Silver Moon? And the mana bombs and stuff. Or his original question was, what are your thoughts on Silver Moon City in WoW? Hey, there's our 110 follower. Okay, so now I think we're back at the Priest Order Hall. Sweet. Well, Hearth. This will put us on the Vindicar, and then we can run to Dollar End from there. I think we might be reaching our follower limit right now. Wyvernfall says, Stuff Garrosh did brutally oppress the mana bomb Theramore, only let orcs join Cochrane, oppress goblins, and massively built up orcs military and attacked the Alliance. Yeah, it was weird. Garrosh was like Trump. He was like the Trump of the Horde. He really didn't do anything useful, but he was confident and loud, so everybody listened. But yeah, the dude was a blood-crazed maniac. A power-hungry blood-crazed maniac. Like anything that made the Horde more powerful is what he pursued, and that was it. It was that and that alone. Like for no other deeper meaning or purpose, it seemed. Or at least that's the sense that I got after, you know, hindsight and all that. But a lot of his expansion, like that expansion is the expansion I stopped playing WoW. Like whenever Garrosh kind of took over, he was in charge of most of the Warlords of Draenor, right? Or wait, no, that was Zul'jin by that time. See, I don't know about lore. I was in Mop. Mop was actually where we saw Garrosh fall. So I'm all jacked up. Don't listen to me, man. I don't know shit. But I guess you could say Warlords of Draenor was kind of because of Garrosh, though, wasn't it? We had to go back and fix the timeline because our kids. It's your kids, Marty. Your kids. The temple. Y'all making me think hard about this stuff. Yeah, Garrosh wasn't a good leader, though, for sure. Zul'jin was the one. Was it Zul'jin that was in charge during WoD? Oh, we got all kinds of stuff happening here now. Hey, no pallies in the priest club. Uh-oh. She went to go help the pallies, and now something's happened. Lord Maxwell Terosis. Use the demon portal at Felblaze Ingress to enter Niskara. Ooh, Niskara. We gotta go rescue a pony Brightmane. Forsaken, Selena's return. Let's check out this new follower, because if we can get rid of Zabra Hex here and get a higher level follower, we might do that. He's our combat ally currently. We're 2 over the cap right now, so we need to actually get rid of 2. And if I had to choose, we would need to get rid of a Holy Priest. Probably this one. Deactivate. Actually, I really don't like pandas. Maybe I'll get rid of this one. She's higher level, though. Well, she's not far away. Let's get rid of the panda. See ya. And, is she a combat ally? No, she's not. But she's 110 already, so we'll probably keep her around. And, We can get rid of a Shadow Priest or a Disc Priest. Probably the Human? I don't know. We need to get rid of one more though. Who's the lowest? She's the lowest level, but we probably want 2 Holies. We'll go off of what their next one is. Chance for you to return an extra troop, or yeah, we'll get rid of her. She doesn't have an extra special thing. Neither does she though. Well, spells, long missions, extra troops. I don't know. Let's get rid of this one. Thug life. Alright, moving on. I want to actually check my class hall upgrades to see if I finished one. Yes, I have. So now I need to send them off for either newly recruited acolytes to become paragons, or increase mission success by 15% when accompanied by shadows or champions who have shadows specialization. That's kind of specific. Let's go with this one. We'll buff our newly recruited troops. Alrighty. Wyvernfall said Sylvanas Windrunner is War Chief now since the Burning Legion killed Vol'jin. Correct. He said, considering as in Battle for Azeroth, Sylvanas Windrunner burns Teldrassil, apparently she will be like Garrosh. Yeah, but I've heard some stuff about that. They said in that image where you see Sylvanas standing in front of Teldrassil, if you look closely, there's a body laying down onto the bottom right of her. And they said that that body might be who actually did it, and she could have gotten there just after the nick of time, and either the person laying on the ground did it or somebody else did it and left the person laying on the ground. So there's probably more to that than we think. And they said, like, there was even speculation as to who it was that was laying on the ground. And they said if you look real close, that body laying on the ground has a blue tinge, like they're wearing blue armor. And they said, since the armor's blue, it could be assumed that it's this person, and yada yada yada. One person that is good for lore, if you're interested in a lot of the lore backstory and stuff, I watch Bellular Gaming sometimes, Bellular, and he's a really good lore source. And I think even this guy named Nobble and Bellular, both of those guys give a lot of good videos on the backgrounds of lore and stuff. I haven't actually seen Nobble's, but I've seen Bellular's. He does like short 3 to 5 minute clips, like important story aspects that are going on in the game. Wyvernfall says it was SI7. It's a false flag. Oh, okay. So the guy laying on the ground was SI7, and a false flag for yeah, SI7 Stormwind's intelligence agency. It's also like where the rogues go to train and stuff. Look at this guy's mount. Wow. It's a legit looking bat. Alright, so here's a Fellblaze Ingress portal. I think we go through this one. But yeah, Battle for Azeroth, man, that's going to be interesting to find out what transpired with that Teldrassil. Because that's like, literally the Night Elves' home that they come back is burnt up in flames, like straight Avatar style. If you've seen the movie Avatar, where they destroy the tree of life of where all the people came from. Like, the Night Elves are going to be pissed. Yeah, here's a Tauren Paladin. They're more like a bridge between Shaman and a Paladin almost. Disease, Silverhand Knight. Do I have to dispel diseases? Purify disease. Ah, I get to use some of my moves now. I'm purifying diseases. Wyvernfall says, where do Night Elves hang around then? Lord around when it's reclaimed? I imagine it's going to be something like goblins in Orgrimmar. Like there's a whole wing or section or quadrant of Orgrimmar that the goblins have set up shop in. It's kind of like a safe haven for, or a second home for goblins. And that's true for all the cities. Like there's a little bit of all the cities inside of Orgrimmar, since it's the capital for the Horde. You can find the troll area of Orgrimmar, the Tauren area of Orgrimmar, and you can even find like a Hojun panda people posted up in Org as well. So I imagine the Night Elves will just have to move into some part of Stormwind. They did say that the capital cities for the allied races are actually in game right now, but like we know them as, like, for example, the Nightborn Suramar. Like that's actually the capital city for the Nightborn. So Suramar is going to be converted into their major city, or it already is. And Thunder Totem for the Tauren, and on and on. What I don't know is like I think the last two, the Dark Iron Dwarves and is it the Zandalari? Like of those two, they don't actually. I don't think there is a place in game right now that shows where they're from. He's injured. What do I heal him? Ah, okay. Priest 101 here. Joke's on him, that's a Shadow Man. That health is gonna get taken right back away. So we're resin, we're purifying, we're healing. Feel like a real priest right now. Now let's melt some faces. Lordaeron's an interesting one though. I like where your mind's at there. Because Lordaeron's a destroyed city that used to be Alliance to begin with, and there's a chance, like, they're probably going to reintegrate that as a live city. Because, well, what's near Teldrassil, though? Like, Lordaeron's kind of a ways away. It's like the other continent. I'd imagine the Night Elves wouldn't go too far from their major city, because you got to think of all the women and children and like all the travel and logistics and what that's going to entail. I can't imagine they're going to hop continents. But Lordaeron might be repurposed for some other reason. That's like, I think, where the Battle of Azeroth pops off, right? I mean, I can't remember what's happening, but I remember there was something about Lordaeron and the intro, or what they were talking about. Actually, isn't that where the big battle's taking place, where Anduin is in the big battle scene in the trailer? That's Lordaeron, right? Wyvernfall says, could indeed be human and night elf part of Lordaeron. After all the raids, Teldrassil isn't until level 110, and they said Lordaeron will be retaken. Right, okay. Yeah, that's what the preview is. That's actual Lordaeron in that video. Then who would get Lordaeron? Would that just be a second major city, or? And where are the undead gonna go? Because they're beneath the ruins of Lordaeron right now. So Night Elves are getting shifted around, and the undead are getting shifted around, it seems. Yeah, Blizzard confirmed Lordaeron will be retaken. Oh, the thing on the console here. Oh shit. Just punted me. Well, anyways, the hologram above that little control panel is the Netherlight Temple. They're gonna invade the Priest Order Hall. Teldrassil stump. What's the Void Elf city? I don't know. Void Elves aren't even in the game yet, so it'd be hard to tell. Like, maybe that's what Lordaeron's gonna get converted into? I don't know. I don't see how they would be related to Lordaeron though, so that probably doesn't make sense. Their city's probably gonna be some kind of a portal situation, like into the void maybe. Maybe we go into a part of the void where we've kind of started setting up shop for the Void Elves. But as it stands right now, I don't even think there's a Void Elf in the game. Alright, we gotta do stuff over here. Oh shit. It's about to start getting real. All these imps on me. Alright, we're gonna have to take out the big mama in a second. Maybe if we free somebody, they can help us. Ah, please. She got close. I don't like those. The big fat ones, they're freaky. Stay away from me. Hey, it's Eritar. Of course, a pony knows all about Eritar. They're both pallies. 2 more allies rescued. We did 2 there. Looks like there's a mini objective here. Image of Velen discovered. Let's go find the image of Velen. In Niskara, this is the same place where the Death Knight does his artifact quest, and the Warlock does a quest here. So does the Demon Hunter. Like, Niskara plays a pretty big role in a lot of the order halls and class stuff. The Void Elf city. Oh, and Riverfall said, what's the Lightforge city? I don't know. That one's probably going to be kind of like the Void one, where it's like some extra separate place you gotta go. Wormfall says, nah, maybe Thel will be Kulturas. Who knows? Oh, maybe they'll be in Kulturas? Oh, right. That's right. There's like a new island that's going to be appearing. Or that we're going to discover or find again or something. And that's where the Zandalari are. Not Kulturas, but there's another one, I think, even, that we find the Zandalari on. What's the Lightforged Draenei town? The new race that's added? I don't actually know. A lot of that stuff I'm going to find out as I play. I don't look into things too much. Like, I still try to stay up with what's currently going on. But, it's interesting hearing about, like, what people speculate and then seeing how it turns out. Uh-oh. Get away from that thing. There we go. Zandalari is the new island. Oh, it's actually called Zandalari? Or Zandalar, rather. Beside Kulturas. Yeah, man. I can't wait for the new... I don't know what they're calling them. Warfronts? Are they Warfronts? The island scenario objectives. I think we're getting a preview of that already right now with the Broken Isles. I imagine those Warfronts are going to work a lot like the Broken Isles does. So if you notice that doing world quests on the Broken Isles, like the mobs kind of shift. Like the terrain still looks the same for the most part, but the mobs in certain like sectors of the Broken Isles have been shifting. That lady was pretty tough. And then also they're gonna do away with PvP, so well, they're gonna do away with PvP specific servers. So if you want a PvP, it's just gonna be a matter of toggling on any server and all of a sudden being toggled just the same as everybody else who has toggled in your own instance. So like all your quests and stuff like that all the zones where your quests are at are then gonna become just a toggle. Where do I go? I was getting distracted. The gateway. Here we go. Alright, so Riverfall says, I guess the Horde owns the Broken Isles now that Tarn and Nightborn swarm it. List the new PvP stuff and Alliance versus Horde PvP stuff. Battle for Azeroth PvP changes. Blizzard is ditching WoW PvP servers for an opt-in system. Let's see. Oh man. Let's see. Read our interview. Let's check out their interview. Back to Azeroth. Larger endeavor. A change of heart. Tourism season. What you want? Let's Hearth. I think these are sending us back to the order hall. Yeah, we'll go turn these in. I think we'll get a Legionfall champion from this. I'm trying to find some that just jump out, but I don't know. It doesn't really. They did an interview. Light switch. I don't know exactly. Classic. I don't know, man. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. They're gonna have like new types of battles and stuff like that. What I'm more interested in is their AI. Like they said, there's gonna be like on those war fronts, you're gonna have a chance to either do it like player versus player style or player versus environment. You'll do PvP or PvE, and even the PvE mobs like the NPCs that you end up battling in those are gonna be like lifelike almost with the new AI system they're gonna implement. They're gonna make tactical decisions and change their strategies and stuff as if you were playing a player. And the way he said it, like the way I was listening to Mike Preach WoW talk about it, he said the way the developer had announced like that feature, he had kind of this twinkle in his eye when he was talking about it, like I'm not even concerned if you are gonna like this or not, because he had this sense like he already knew that people were gonna be blown away by it. So that's what I'm more looking forward to, is seeing what that AI kind of does and how that performs, because it's going to be a lot smarter AI. Riverfall says, can you fight the guards or similar? And your stream's glitching. Oh, my bad, man. You might need to refresh, but my my stream's been pretty kind of like 16% of my frames have been dropping. I don't know what's going on. It may be the internet connection, but I've been tweaking my graphics, trying to like lower them more for the FPS to not be so bad. It's like a certain time of day that my frames just drop. I think it has something to do with the server I'm on or my local internet connection. Alright, Lights Hope Chapel. How do I get there? Where can I go? I wish I could just go in the Paladin's order hall and get kind of just out of there, but let's see. I'm trying to think. Maybe Dalaran. I could probably hit the Dalaran crater up, and that'll put me. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hit the Dalaran crater up. Karazhan's too far south. Karazhan, Caverns of Time, Shatrath. Yeah, we'll hit up the Dalaran crater. I don't know how many times I've taken this and just died. I actually have Levitate on though, so it won't be bad this time. Wyvernfall says, so can you attack a city in PvP when the expansion happens without any one-shots? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I imagine city invasions will still be a thing, because this is like kind of a back to, they said back to red versus blue expansion, where there's definitely going to be a conflict between Alliance and Horde. Because every other expansion up to this point has all been like, oh, there's a greater enemy, let's team up and take them out. So this is going to be more back to like, no, this is a world with finite resources, and I want these resources and you want these resources, so let's battle it out to see who takes control. So it's going to be more of that type of stuff, I imagine. It's crazy too, because even with more races and stuff like that from the different worlds they're from, like I wonder if the battles are even going to extend out to those areas as well. Like what you were saying with the Void Elves and the Lightforged Draenei, like wherever they're from, maybe there's some kind of conflict as well. Like maybe the Void Elves are fighting. Well, I guess they wouldn't fight the Lightforged Draenei because those are both Alliance, right? Void Elves are the Alliance's opportunity to have a Blood Elf skin. Is that right? I mean, or Void Elves Horde? Because if that's the case, if it is Void Elves or Horde and Lightforged Draenei or Alliance, maybe them two are at odds with each other and we step in to help them out. Yeah, I don't know if I could have got here any faster than this. United as one, make your Sanctum of the Light speak to Lady Liardrin, hear the Council of War. So we're going to ask the Paladins to help us defend Netherlight Temple from Balnazar's attack. That name sounds familiar. Balnazar? Will there be battles on open fields? Void Elves are Alliance. Oh, okay, so Void Elves are Alliance. And we're getting the Nightborn, is that right? So it's kind of like we gave them the Void Elves so they can be Blood Elves, pretty much, and they gave us the Nightborn so we can be Night Elves. The Dark Iron and Lightforged are Alliance, and the Void Elves are Alliance. I see. And then we got the Zandalari Trolls. We got the High Mountain Torn, blah, and the Nightborn. They said something like, I was in a party the other day, and they said that in order to get the Allied Races part unlocked, which I think they said might even be available before Battle for Azeroth drops, but in order to just get to the point where you unlock their quests to start working towards unlocking the race and the gear, you have to do like, I don't know if it was Exalted rep, but they said you have to get rep with all the current factions, like the Legionfall, the Argusian Reach, I imagine like the Azuna and High Mountain and all those other, like here, Reputation, Legion. They said you got to get in pretty good standing with all these factions in order to unlock the new Allied Races quests, which is probably going to be a pain. They say Argusian Reach, either this one or Army of the Light, I can't remember which. Whichever rewards the mount takes about a month to get to Exalted. And that's if you're doing all the world quests on Argus every day, and probably even sending followers off for those little rep badges that you can get. And that's something I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to figure out who I have the most rep on and just start grinding them world quests every day. Oh no, the floor. That felt very much like Zelda. Let me see if I can find it. Zelda Discovery sound. There it is. I knew it would be here. This might be loud. There it is. Oh, so we probably could have just took their port, I bet. We probably ran all this way for no reason. Let's the council debate. Debate about what? Why should put red order on? Look at this mace. Work complete. Alright, so this is the final quest of the Priest Order Hall campaign, it appears. Now we're back to the Conclave. Can we just hit their port to get out of here? Or do we have to really run all the way? Ah, they're not going to give us their port. Alright, so we'll heart to the Vindicar and hit the Dollarant portal from there. So then at least we don't have to run all the way. Oh wait, can I get Paladin gear? No, I can't. Okay, just making sure. It'd be interesting to see if I could get some Paladin goodies from the Quartermaster there, but I can't. Oh look, it shows the swords. This time I'm really hearthing. Ah, I don't have this one and I don't have that one on my Paladin, but I have this one and that one. The original sword that you get, the artifact. I should know the name because it's like a very highly sought after sword, or it was for me. Like since BC, since we heard about that sword, my buddy and I were looking for ways to get it because it was data mined so long ago. The Ashbringer, yeah. And then, well, it was specifically the corrupted Ashbringer was the sword we thought way back in BC was going to be implemented in the game. And as a paladin, like myself, like I wanted to get it. I wanted to find out if there was a way I could get it even back then. But then we actually got the Ashbringer, so it wasn't any biggie. Alright, so back over to the Priest Order Hall campaign hall place. Sylvanas is going to bring back the Kokron. What's the Nightborn equivalent of golems in the Ancients? I imagine those constructs and stuff that they use. They're like centaur golems or something like that, or centaur. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of quests here. If I end up by Suramar again, I'll show you. But they're like city guard. Wait, what? What is it asking me to do? I gotta bring 5 Starlight Roses, 5 Rune Scale Koi, and some Ley Blood. Alright, so I have the Ley Blood. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's any variant of these that I gotta give him a bunch of. I'm willing to bet I got a bunch of Starlight Rose. Yes, 79 on Lucidil. So if I can just get Lucidil to mill those over. And then Rune Scale Koi, do I have any of those? None of those. How about Ley Blood? I got 34 total. I could give him the other 5 I have right now. So I should be able to get it just from my alts. Who has it? I got Eludari and Lucidil both. Okay. This lady is pretty full of herself. Lumenstone? I bet you this is missions. Yep, Lumenstone. Dang. Okay, so that's gonna take an hour. And then after they come back, it's going to be 4 more hours before I'm able to finish that quest. But we can get all the supply stuff kind of taken care of beforehand. And then I got to do world quests as well. Like Obsidian Destroyers, Wyvernfall says. Obsidian Destroyers. I'm not sure what those are. Will the Nightborn use bound elementals like some Blood Elf guards do? Yeah, kind of like that. You got the right idea. That's what they are. Like you've done the raid, right? The what you call it, the Nighthold raid. There are a few of those. There's a lot of those in Nighthold. Okay, so mailbox. Lucidil. We're looking for Leyblood, and we'll hop on Illudari first. Leyblood, and what was the other thing? Starlight Rose, I think. Hey, he's got a bunch of artifact power and stuff. While I'm here, I might as well get these out of the way. Oh, I wanted to check this. I've already unlocked the class hall mount on Sulema. I wonder if that did it for him too, though. Yeah, okay, cool, it did. So since I did this on my other Demon Hunter, it's unlocked for this Demon Hunter as well, even though they're on different servers and on different factions. So that's confirmed. Invincible armor set, Pathfinder's girdle. To just pour it up, we're gonna go hit the mailbox. So that means even Lucidil should have his as well. There it is. Boom! Ooh! Illudari. His name. I wonder how many demon hunters have some variant of the Illudari name. It's probably so played out. Okay, conquer. Oops. Conquer? Press tab. Yes, okay. So he needs our Leyblood and our Starlight Rose. Where is Starlight Rose? Maybe it's in my bank. Yeah, it's probably in the bank. Alright, we'll send the Leyblood at least right now. Target is unfriendly. Oh no. Conquer's Horde, so I probably can't do that. Whoops. I'm not Horde. Okay, so we proved Illudari is not Horde. Let's go back. We're going to have the same issue with Lucidil. So we'll just get back on Conquer and hit the auction house up. We'll get all the supplies that way. Hopefully he's made enough gold by questing and stuff to afford it. I think he might have. He's up to like 10 or 11,000, I think. Um, 9.8. Okay, yeah, that should be plenty gold. Hit up Orgrimmar. Wiverfall says, I haven't done Nighthold. By Centaur, did you mean those things on an Anchorage? Will Horde ever get Gron guarding an Orc city? I don't know about the Gron thing, and I don't know what you mean by the things from Encourage. It's kind of like a Centaur construct. It's got like humanoid features on the front end, but like it's like a horse in its body style. Those little mechanical slash magic powered uh like city guards. Oh, you know, I could probably show you this way actually, come to think of it. Check out the Nighthold raid. For example, one of these things here. Oh, Trillax, here he is. Is there a way to make it bigger? Trillax, overview, loot, abilities. There it is, model. This thing here. See, he's kind of like a centaur. He's got like a humanoid like front end, but then like a horse back end. These are the types of city guards I imagine they'll have. Because these are what actually pat around other than the Nighthold or Nightborn themselves. They may even have these type of things. Arcane enchantments. But yeah, these are like probably their brute force defenders. Alright, we need Starlight Rose. Let's see how much 100 would cost. Ugh, like what, 30,000 gold? Can't afford that. Or no, 16 for 200. So half of that. That's gonna be like all my gold. Or what was the other thing? Dang, I don't remember what it was. Layblood was the other thing. There was some kind of a fish. I forget the name of the fish though. These are more affordable. Here's 92 for 900. I'll do that. And that'll put me done with that quest. Okay, good. I got mouths to feed, pal. I know, right? And then 10 world quests complete. And I think those world quests will even count if you do the Argus ones. So maybe I would go and do the Argus world quests. Port to Dalaran. We'll hit up the order hall, turn these in. Wiverfall says, thanks for the info. See ya. Alright, take it easy, Wiverfall. Thank you for stopping by, man. It was good to see you today. It's always fun when Wiverfall gets on. He's very inquisitive. He makes me realize how much I don't know about this game. He said, last question, are ogres ever going to be Horde? I think so, actually. I think they actually been Easter egging them in currently. There's a few places where you see a variant of these ogres, and they're just kind of sitting there. And one of them, even on the Broken Isles, is hidden inside of a pond. There's a little pond there. He's got a turtle hat, and he's breathing through a straw, and he's sitting there in the pond the whole time. And if you click on him, the buff the turtle gives him is, this target is obviously hidden, or something like that. But yeah, it's not going to be ogres like you think, though. It's like a newer version of those. And I'll show it to you. I gotta hit my mailbox up. I didn't grab that stuff after I bought it. I always forget. I never buy stuff off the auction house. But I can show you one of them is sitting here in Dalaran, actually. Are they guards or warriors yet? I think they're going to actually be a playable race, because if you remember when they said the ally races were coming out, they said they made it seem like there's going to be more allied races than just the ones they mentioned. And I think these guys may even also be a version of an allied race that we'll be able to play. Like this guy here, Classic Larry. You see these type of ogres around everywhere. And his name's Classic Larry. Like, maybe he'll be introduced whenever they release Classic. And there's another one of these in the Broken Isles. Like, he's sitting there in the place where you just go, like, do the mage tower and stuff like that inside of a pond. But that would be really cool if that was a playable race. I think a lot of people would play that. It'd be weird seeing them with armor. I wonder if they would need armor, because they're going to remove, like, a lot of the armor stuff from the game, like the tier. Because most ogres I think of don't wear armor. Maybe even Gronz's guards and ogres place then. Wow, thanks, see ya. Alright, Riverfall, take it easy, man. Mailbox. Alright, so this Ley Blood should finish us off on that quest. Then we gotta do the 10 world quest and then wait like 4 more hours to finish these follower missions. I wish there was a way to mitigate the time constraint on those follower missions. Oops, not Starlight Rose. Runescale Koi was the name of the fish. I gotta do these 5 at a time. It won't be too bad. That's 25. Here's 30. Here's 35. There's 40. There's 45. He's gonna get mad at me for clicking on him. Look at this. Come on. Almost done. 85. 90. 95. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so now let's go do some world quests. It's kind of cool that we're doing world quests anyways because we have our follower. Can we? We got something here. Yeah, we can. I'm tempted to dump the 6.3 billion artifact power into my Light's Wrath and go disc. But disc is so weak. Like, I'm hoping, I think that if I can get it strong enough, it can do a decent amount of damage though. But maybe that's just foolish. Like, maybe I should just dump it all into Shadow. I don't know though. Like, Shadow's pretty much good where it's at. It's decent. But I can really easily power it up even more to like 63, level 63 or 65. And keep getting ranks in Concordance. I think I should probably just dump it into Shadow for the time being. And then once I get Shadow baseline, I can go back disc. But I made Conquer, he's disc, like I made him for disc. But you can't get around how quickly Shadow kills stuff. Like, there's no point in making anything else like hit as hard as a wet noodle whenever you can just hit so hard as Shadow. Maybe whenever I get some relics, like if I can get 2 holy relics in this thing, maybe it'll be worth boosting it up. But as it stands, I still gotta, even the Shadow one's pretty boo-boo. I'll put points into that thing later. Alright, let's go do 10 world quests and get our follower some XP. Now I'm going to see if I have any available on Argus. I haven't done much of the Argus storyline, so I don't have all of it unlocked. But it's probably a lot more beneficial to do world quests on Argus than anywhere else for the time being. And then my second choice will be the Broken Isles quests. And since I know I'm like 5 hours away from being able to actually do the world quest objective over there, it probably won't matter if I knock them out now. Because I'll get to a point on that. Let's see first what's available. Right, okay, so we got at least 5 here, right? 3, 6. And look, here's our holy artifact. We can use that for the weapon I was just talking about. I think we may even have invasion points that we need to do. Let's see, Kokron, Cathedral, Artifact, Timeless Isles? Oh, right, okay. Invasion points. Yeah, okay, so I even have to do invasion points. So let's do the invasion points first, because those are targeted objectives. And then along the way, we'll do world quests in the area. So let's do the one that's going to expire in 1 hour and 39 minutes first. That's Hope's Landing. Jovan Kata said, "Hey Elude, how's it going?" What's up, Jovan? Is it Jovan or Hoven? Hoven means young in Spanish. That's going good, man. This is my final character that needs his class mount. So I'm putting some work in on the Shadow Priest right now. Life says, what's your item level at? 838 right now. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. My highest item level character is 923. That's my paladin. And then up next is my warrior. I was thinking warrior main, but the paladin currently is geared the most as the main. But I'm trying to get all the class mounts. I've done all of them except for the except for the priest so far. So I got to do the quests that the class hall quests that are required before I can get to the Legionfall quests. And then after the Legionfall quests, I'll have the priests. Alright, so Invasion Point Sanguine. I don't really like this one. Let's find a group. Sang. Here's one active right now. See what stage they're on. Stage 1. Oh, stage 2. Defeat Legion forces. That I can do, but let me get to the people first, because I will get ran over out here on the priest. Watch, we're gonna get a legendary. They've been dropping like candy, man. I've been seeing legendaries everywhere all the time. And in this group right here, I'm sure by the time we've cleared this invasion point, you'll see other people get a legendary. They drop all the time in these. Look at them deeps, man. 55, 50k. Ooh. We got 3 stacks of Inspiring Presence. That's cool. 4 stacks. Do they stack? I don't think they should be staggering out like that. Jovan says, it's Jovan Kata. I'm from Serbia. Nice, man. Well, welcome to the stream. Life says, hey Pink, not bad. Starting to pick up retail WoW as well because IRL friends decided to play. Nice. Jovan said, Elude, how long you been playing a priest? Let's see. I've been playing a priest for 9 days. 9 days, 12 hours, and 9 minutes. That's actual played time, like how long I've been logged into a priest. Pink Rose says, I'm playing retail too, but Pink Rose is EU. Are you EU, Life? I wanted to ask you that, because I know you hail from Canada. Do y'all have EU or NA? I imagine NA, because you're kind of like the same time zones, right? Jovan says, I play on Tyrannus. I'm an Orc Arms Warrior, 938 item level. Nice. You got me beat, man. The highest I got is 923 from what I just saw. But I've not really been focused on in-game progression type stuff yet. I've still been trying to play catch up since I got back. And I've got like all the tools that I have to juggle. Oh, don't let me miss the port. Grab it. There we go. Nobody got a legendary that run there, which is surprising. Normally when you're in a group of 40, you see a legendary drop. Oh look, there's a greater one up there. I think if I do the 3 regular ones first, I'll get a quest to do the greater one, so I'm going to hold off on the greater one for the time being. And I'm going to try to slay Blister Maw. Let's see if we can hop in a group. He'll drop a mount for you if you can kill him. Let me fight him. Oh, come on. So I joined that group just to have him get killed right before I transitioned. And I'm sure if I go back, I'll probably end up in the same situation where he's going to be respawning. Damn, they just left me too. Alright, let's find another group. Maybe it'll be up in somebody else's group. Blister Maw. Sign up. Need to watch out because he's going to be anywhere around here when I transition. Here he is. They just started. Nice. There you go, my follower. Give in to madness. Yeah, I'm on. I've seen this mount here drop a few times too from this rare. Easy peasy. Come on, mount. No, no mount. Good morning, son. Watcher Avial. Let's go do that guy. Good morning. Are you okay? Go, go. He had to use the bathroom. He's all struggling. Like I said, I play on NA. Nice. I figured as much, but like Pink Rose was on EU, and I was like, no. It made me so sad. In order to play on EU or NA, you got to buy a whole other client, and that sucks because like none of your achievements and none of your like mounts or any of that stuff's shared over there. It's like playing an entirely new, fresh account. Now they're going to implement with Battle for Azeroth this communities feature, and I've been very curious about like what that even is or what it entails. But I heard somebody say it's going to solve the issues that we have with like cross servers and guilds and like stuff like that. And it may even help people that do like streaming and videos like keep in touch with the people that follow them. So I'm really interested in seeing how that works out. Watcher Avial. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Please. No. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die here. Give me a group. Give me a group. Hurry. Oh no. I just ran all up in that elite area. I didn't realize they were all elites until I was already committed. Damn. Let's run back. Oh, they killed him. Or they left group. Or kicked me out of group. Damn. Okay, so we gotta find another group. How you doing, sir? Did you have a good night? Oh, really? Alright, I'm gonna kill this thing and probably get back on the Vindicar and shut the stream down so I can feed him some breakfast. It's almost noon where we're at. I should feed him lunch. Tell him deal with it. You woke up late. Alright, we're in a group. We're running back. Oh, let's get a tag off. Tag him. Tag him. Tag him. Got him. Okay, good. Whew. Are you sure you need my aid? Alright, we're gonna hearth. Chorizo and eggs? Alright. Okie dokie, sir. Alrighty, folks. And with that, we're going to go ahead and conclude episode 20 of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Legion. This is the Battle for Argus series. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out, and welcome to the new followers. My normal stream schedule is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. about until 11 or 12 a.m. or p.m. If you hit the 12 mark, I guess it changes to p.m. But yeah, thanks for sticking around and stopping by. Till next time, we'll see you guys later. And I'll probably still be online later today if you hit me up on BattleNet Life or even Pink Rose or any of you guys. And y'all got my Discord as well. So we'll see you. Take it easy, Pink Rose.